Hey, what's going on? It's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you another video. This one is geared specifically for the fisherman in your life. So if you are watching this, hopefully you have a male or female in your family, or a child, or whatever, or an aunt, uncle, whatever it may be, that is a bass fisherman, and you're looking for ideas to get them for the Christmas season or the holiday season. And there's a ton of these videos going on right now on YouTube, and this is going to be my take. Now, I'm also going to kind of tell you what you should really stay away from, and that's just my opinion. And all of these gifts are under $30. Most of them are stocking stuffers. In fact, looking at it, all of them are stocking stuffers. So if you're on a budget, these are ideal, and I guarantee you this is something that every fisherman, bass or not, will appreciate. I will provide links to the products that I show in the video down below. They are Amazon links. If you click them, it helps me out. So thanks for that one. But let's just kind of jump right into this. And you know, one of the things that when I was creating this list, and it's a small list, there's only like 5 items on it, but I kind of asked a bunch of people that I fish with, what do you think are the must-have gets or must-have gives for bass fishermen to receive or to give this season? And as I shake this one out, one of the top ones were gloves. Now, these are SPF gloves. You see me wear these in a couple of videos. The brand that I am wearing right now, it's a brand called Glacier Glove. And if I can get my fingers through, that'd be even better. But what the purpose of these gloves are, it's really to protect the angler's hands from the sun. A lot of us, when we go out fishing, we wear long sleeve sun shirts, and we wear hats, and we wear a couple other things to protect us from the sun, and of course sunscreen. But a lot of us forget to put on these gloves. Now, skin cancer is a very, very dangerous thing, and because our hands are exposed almost the whole day, these are a great gift idea. Sizing is usually large, extra large, medium, small, so you really have 2 sizes to choose from. This particular brand and this particular model, this retails for about $19, and I guarantee you they're gonna wear them and love them. Next up, let's stick with the sun protection theme, a face buff. Now, this one is god-awful ugly, and this is when I used to work with a brand called Mojo Sportswear, but the face shield really serves a lot of purposes. This actually slides over the head. This is an SPF kind of breathable material, and you can pull it over and it protects your face from the sun. One of the other kind of functionalities of this is really to kind of like block wind if you're actually got a boater in your family and they're making a run to their next spot. These things can range anywhere from $5, to be honest with you, all the way up to $30. I highly recommend, you kind of shopping around and finding a style that you like. Most of them, not most of them, but a lot of them are really obnoxious, like this one. So if the angler in your life is more conservative, find something that's more conservative in their speed. Next up, something that every angler needs at all times, and that's line. In my hand right now, this is a 10-pound Seaguar Invisex. This is really, great line. This is my go-to fluorocarbon. And if you're not familiar with fishing at all, because the people who are supposed to be watching this, right, are the people who are giving the gifts, let's just say no clue. Fluorocarbon is a sinking line. It's invisible. This is a great brand in general. You don't have to get this particular line of this particular brand, meaning you don't have to get the Invisex. They make an AbrazeX. But anything that's in the range from probably $19 to $30 is typically a good fluorocarbon to get. And trust me, if you're dealing with a bass angler in your life, they're gonna need fluorocarbon at other times. There's also another line called braid. Braid's something that's also great to get. If you're gonna get a braid, look for the test. The test will say right here, 10 pounds. What that really means is you can pull a 10-pound fish out of the water and it shouldn't break. For braid, you wanna be somewhere in the 50 to 65 range. Power Pro is a great brand for this. And there's also another line called monofilament. Mono is something that I particularly don't use, but it is great for the beginning angler. Same kind of thing. You want to look at for 10 to 12 pound test for those particular lines. Mono will be a lot less expensive. So if you're really on a tight budget and you want to get a couple of things, line is always a solid way to go. Something else that we always need and really, don't think a lot about buying, and that's hooks. In my hand is a brand called Gamakatsu. These are drop shot hooks. Now, if you're not familiar with bass fishing, I'll say this once again. I'm going to tell you what to look for. You're going to look for an EWG, which stands for extra wide gap, and you're going to look for a 4/0 or a 3/0 or a 5/0 hook. 4/0 is the most common used in bass fishing. This is a 2/0. You can see that they're smaller. The 4/0, don't be timid by it. It's going to look a little bit big, but trust me, the bass angler will understand what to do with it. This is a brand called Gamakatsu. These are the ones that I particularly use. Other brands to look for are Owner. Wow, my mind's going blank, but Owner and Gamakatsu are really kind of the leading when it comes to hooks in the industry. So yeah, get a pack of these for them and they will be thankful for you for it. I'm going to lump this next one into two categories, or one category I should say. A good pair of pliers and a good pair of snips. Now, these pliers, they're a pair of Rapala pliers. The reason why I like these particular pliers is because how long the nose is. In case the hook gets really far down in the fish's throat, you can get down there really easily. These will run you about $19. They make a lot of different kinds of styles. Don't worry about it if it's not rust proof, because all this stuff, as long as it is some sort of stainless steel or some sort of steel, they can get the rust off. Most fishermen that I particularly know take really good care of their stuff, so don't fret about that stuff. But a good pair of pliers is always welcome, and a good pair of snips. So I would kind of categorize this in the tools category for a gift for any bass fisherman or any fisherman at all. These snips right here, these are Rapalas as well. There's a ton of brands on the market. These probably are about $3, believe it or not, $3 to $5. And what I do personally is I buy 5 pairs of these because they do go dull rather quickly. But I got a couple of these last year, and honestly, as a gift, and I've used all of them, so definitely a welcome gift for any fisherman. And the last thing I would say, I'm going to lump this into a bigger category, soft plastics. Now, this is the Senko. This is pretty much a go-to bait that every bass fisherman knows. Now, one of the things that you're going to probably be confused about, you're going to walk in there, you're going to see 900 different bags and 900 different colors. I want you to focus on 2 particular colors, or actually really 3. Anything that has the word green pumpkin in it, or anything that has the word watermelon in it, or anything that has the word Junebug or black and blue in it. Junebug looks like a black and blue. Some brands call it differently. These are relatively inexpensive. This brand is the Lexus, so to speak, of Senko, of worms. Senko is actually a particular kind of worm made by Yamamoto, but they're also known as stick baits. If you're close to a Bass Pro Shops, they call them stickos. You can get a really big bag, twice as much as in this bag, that will last a lot longer for the same price. Now, like I said, remember, focus on green pumpkin, focus on black and blue, and focus on watermelon. You'll be good to go. The flake aspect really shouldn't be that big of a deal, but don't get something crazy. You know, you see all these colors. I'm sure it can be very overwhelming for someone who's not familiar with what they're looking for. So get some of those. Other soft plastics that they might like is a creature bait. There are tons of them on the market. Kind of just look for them. Same thing though, really look for those 3 colors that I really want you to focus on, and you'll be good to go and they'll be happy. Now, here's a couple of things that I don't think you should get for the angler in your life, because most of us who've been fishing for a very long time, we're picky people. We have our brands of our rods and reels that we like, and so I'll touch upon that real quickly. I don't think it's a good idea to get someone a reel or a rod for Christmas unless they specifically tell you what size, what brand, what action, what reel speed, all that stuff. If someone gives you a list and said, this is what I really want, and you just want to go buy it for them, that's great. I'm not that kind of gift giver. And if you're not that kind of gift giver and you want to surprise people and say, hey, look, I really pay attention to what you're doing, and I'm going to surprise you with things that you didn't ask for, these are the gifts to go to, in my opinion, and they're inexpensive. Like I said, most of these, all of these are stocking stuffers. Another thing that I think people should stay away from giving a fisherman of any kind is sun shirts. And a lot of people say, well, you're talking about the gloves, and you're talking about the face shield, why not a sun shirt? Well, the face shield is one size fits all, and the gloves, they're really only 2 sizes. So if your person you're giving it to has got big hands like me, they're going to be a large, extra large. And if they have smaller hands, they're going to be a small, medium. When it comes to SPF shirts or sun shirts or fishing shirts, every brand is different in sizing. So if you want to limit that individual going back to wherever you bought it, or if you bought it online, having to return it and then wait until middle of January to get it back to the size that fits them, stay away from that kind of stuff. I hope this helps the person who doesn't know anything about bass fishing buy something for the bass fisherman or just fishermen in their life. Once again, line, hooks, these two things really will go over well. The soft plastics will go over well. If you buy specifically Yamamoto Senkos, they'll be pleased. Stay in those three colors: green pumpkin, June bug, and watermelon. Tools, snips, and pliers, and sun protection for the hands, and a face shield. Hey, look, holidays are here. It's been raining like crazy in Northern California. I gotta hit a business trip. I'll be on the East Coast for a little while. So thanks for watching these things. I hope to see you again before the end of the holiday season. Talk to you soon and have a great day. Bye.